chicken little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. Art and blow coming through with the truth. Keep it 100, that's the only rule. Every week, bring something you ain't know. Hot topics, that's the name of the show. Hit us with the like, follow, share, and that cash app coming to you, player. Chicken little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to tell the truth.
The truth. Time to tell the truth. That's who's back. It's your boy Art and the sidekick Blue. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. Tonight's topic is We Told You So. Didn't we tell you about what was going on with that shot? Didn't we tell you guys, don't be listening to the media? But we told you so. Now the proof is out. It's out. It's out there in the air. We're going to show you some proof. We're going to show you them talking about it in the Senate. That's what they've been doing. We told you that, but you rather listen to somebody else. You wanted to tell us. We don't know what we talking about. That's what we talking about, bro.
You already know. It's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Highlight all your followers, everyone. Like the page. Put your cash apps up. You already know how it go. It's time to tell the truth. We on YouTube as well. Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, people been suffering here lately, man. They've had all kind of adverse effects that they was hiding from us. Big Pharma been hiding stuff. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I would never trust Big Pharma. I wouldn't trust them with the first shot they get of babies coming out. They are do your homework on the hepatitis B shot. That's the first shot that they give a baby, and that shot is for some kind of sexually transmitted disease. Now, how do the baby get that?
That's crazy. Yep, and that's what it is. A lot of times, a lot of babies are born with develop conditions from those vaccines that they don't have when they're born. Some babies are born perfectly fine and develop ailments and bad health from all those shots.
Right. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. And you got to do your homework on it. It's no way in the world that I would have a baby and the first shot I let them give them is a hepatitis B shot. Big Pharma out there, all they doing is selling shots. They selling shots to the government. They selling shots to all of these people. That's what they doing.
Yep. And really and truly, they not even selling them. They just pressing them up because they go put them in somebody and they go get paid once they do it.
Right, exactly. All that stuff is what they do. They're gonna get paid for it. We got a clip. Yep. We're gonna show y'all that clip on it here in a minute. But what we telling y'all is we told you so. We told you them people wasn't no good. We told you the media wasn't no good. Man, those people are terrible. You know, bro, I still tell you, and I still say this to the day, I really believe he killed my mama. People, I was in there in a discussion today in the barbershop, and they was telling me, well, Donald Trump is the worst criminal there ever been. He deserved, if any president deserved to be locked up, it's him. I say, man, you can't be serious. You can't be serious when Joe Biden killed all those people and had them killed, knocked them off their job. I mean, you know what I'm saying? How many people you think died because they held the truth back from people, man? They wouldn't let them take monoclonal antibodies. They wouldn't let them take ivermectin. They wouldn't even tell them that. But they wanted to force that stuff in your body, man. An experimental doggone shot in your body. They forced it in there. My mama didn't even want to take it. But guess what? They told us that she was on dialysis, they was going to stop dialysis or she take it. She had already beat COVID. Nothing wrong with her heart. All of a sudden, it's come back, she has a heart attack.
It's crazy.
Yeah. How many other moms got that? How many other moms has been out there? How many other people mom went through the same thing? Them threatening them to take them off of dialysis and threatening not to give them health care.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of that stuff, man, in the height of COVID, I believe a lot of that stuff that was going on with people, I believe they paid them people to keep quiet. Because look at what happened to the player for Buffalo, Hamlin. He got hit in the chest, and now he laid out. He went into cardiac arrest. Ain't nobody. They don't even talk about what happened to Bronny no more. Yeah, Bronny heart stopped beating. You know what I mean? And these are people that we know for sure probably got that thing in their body.
Yeah, they pushed it too. They pushed it on him, and his daddy pushed that shot. All of them pushing that, and they paid they gave the hospitals incentives, they gave the doctors incentives to push the thing. That, you know, man, it wasn't nothing, and all the millions of people died because they wouldn't tell them what to have. See, they couldn't get this. Well, we're gonna show it in a minute. Anyway, they couldn't push this shot if they had something else would work. That was the problem. If they had something else that would work, they couldn't sell the shot. They wanted to sell all these people shots through the government and just make billions and billions of dollars. They care nothing about nobody's life, man.
Well, the thing that made the jab suspect to me was the fact that you coming out saying that you got people that need it and people that don't need it, but you want everybody to take it. I don't understand. If you got 97, 98% of the people that are in the good and 2 to 3% in the bad, why you got to vaccinate 100% of everybody? That, to me, that just didn't make no sense. And like I said, a lot of the numbers just was like, seemed to be narrative driven to me. It just seemed like certain things were narrative driven. It's like this situation was, this function was okay to happen, but this function, it was a mass amount of people die. And people could do this over here, and as soon as these people do this over there, it's a mass amount of people die. It just was a lot of weird stuff going on, and a lot of stuff I couldn't believe. You know, people at the zoo got it, animals got it, and they said a graveyard full of people had it. Like, who testing the dead people in the graveyard for it? Like, I mean, like they was having all kind of crazy stuff out.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
So that was my thing. Why do you need it in 100% of everybody? Because that's my thing. If they get it in everybody, then if it is like you say, if they got a remote control where they can control you, then they can control everybody.
Exactly. And that's what they wanted to do, I believe. We know nanoparticles was in the stuff. They know that a nanoparticle ain't nothing but an antenna. I don't care how you slice that up. An antenna is got a frequency coming to it and from it. That's the purpose of the antenna.
That's the only purpose of it.
But we told you so. I mean, for all those people that was pushing back and wasn't willing to do the homework, man, you got to start doing your homework. You got to start critically thinking. But the problem is, they're not teaching them the critical think in school. That's the problem. You can't tell me you can get a person that graduate and can't even count money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I mean, that's just what it is. But
the whole thing is they too busy teaching them the wrong stuff. They want to teach them. They want to teach them how to be something else than what they was born to be. That's what they want to do. They want everybody to be everything that they not.
Right, and that's not called education. That's called indoctrination.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I'm glad. See, people don't give enough credit where credit is due. I'm glad they stopped all of that, that doggone critical race theory and stuff in school like that. That wasn't doing nothing but tearing people apart. I mean, you even said it, Blow. You put kids together. I don't care what color they is. They're gonna all play.
Yep.
All play together. The problem come in is when somebody step in and start telling them this and telling them that. Now they don't like this one for a certain reason. Now they don't like that one for a certain reason. You know, if I start telling you your child that he's been oppressed by this other child, and this other child, you telling him he's the oppressor, and this one he's being oppressed, now you got two children going astray.
Yep.
Yeah, because the one that you told that was doing the oppressing, he feel guilty, and the one that you said was being oppressed, now he upset.
Hey, and when the one to get upset, they ask him, "Are you sure you upset? Are you sure you don't feel like a girl on the inside?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then they want to turn them in all kind of stuff. Well, a lot of times the school, like you said, they indoctrinate them. I think that the parents need to draw a line. And we show a lot of videos a lot of times where the parents have to step in against the teachers and against the school board to draw that line of, look here, that's my child. This is what I do. I got a video that I saw on Instagram. The guy come in the classroom and they got his son with Snow White dress on.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
He said, take that off right now. What is y'all doing? He was like, please, man, don't put that, don't ever allow my son to put that on.
Right.
Yeah, his son got his son in there dressed up like just Snow White.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
and
man, but that's where the real pedophilia come in at. I mean,
right.
to be honest, that's type of stuff deserve charges.
Yeah, really. Well, you remember the child that they wouldn't even clap for, man, that they took and made a little boy out of. The little girl, they made her a little boy, and they wouldn't even, the parents couldn't do nothing about it. The parents didn't even know it. This is the kind of foolishness that's going on out here. But we're gonna dive that we're gonna go into this clip, man. We're gonna go into this clip about this doggone vaccine and what they done discovered now. We see you out there, Keisha Kiki, Sarah Bell. We see y'all out there.
Yep.
We see the other ones out there.
Showing up and showing out.
Yes, sir.
Now, President Trump has picked Fox News contributor Dr. Nicole Safir as his new nominee, America Healthy Again choice. Dr. Safir is a board-certified radiologist, and she is super MAGA and also super Maha. Trump praised her as a star physician and an incredible communicator who can translate complex medical issues into plain English and helped the Make America Healthy Again initiative move forward. What makes this pick especially interesting is how it contrasts with COVID vaccine stance and his last nominee. Dr. Safir built a brand criticizing COVID-era school closures, COVID dates, and public health overreach, and has been openly skeptical of how the CDC and political class handled the vaccine rollout and messaging. She supported reopening schools sooner, warned about social and mental health damage because of lockdowns, and pushed a strong personal choice when it came to vaccines. Now, that's a noticeable pivot from Trump's own personal pride of Operation Warp Speed. President Trump had previously nominated wellness influencer Casey Means, whose views on vaccines and medical training drew heavy fire in the Senate. By pulling Means and turning to Safir, Trump is signaling he wants a system-questioning Surgeon General, but this time with deep credentials, a cancer care track record, and sharper media presence. If confirmed, expect a Surgeon General who is anti-mandate, big on personal responsibility and preventative care, and will challenge the public health establishment that failed us so badly during the COVID lockdowns. And this is perfect. It's great news for the Maha, especially with a brand new bombshell report out today about Big Pharma covering up the COVID shots and Dr. Fauci's close colleague being arrested and indicted earlier this week. Listen up as they talk about what Big Pharma purposely buried in the about the injection that they were able to get into the arms of close to 100 million Americans. Listen to this.
Here's the sheet. These are the adverse events that they were showing a safety signal for using the new method. Bell's palsy, sinus rhythm, cardiac failure, chronic, acute left ventricular failure, agonal rhythm, which is severe arrhythmia generally occurred at the end of life, pulmonary infarction, cerebral artery occlusion, aortic stenosis, sudden cardiac death, hypertensive emergency, basal ganglia stroke. Now these aren't minor. Remember, we're always told adverse events are rare and minor. These are not minor adverse events, and these safety signals were showing, and they were strong, but they were being hidden because FDA officials refused to acknowledge that the current system they were using was invalidated, and they had to look at the new system that unmasked these things. Our report goes on to detail how federal officials refused to acknowledge these revelations or take action to warn the public. Instead, senior FDA officials repeatedly tried to stop Dr. Scharfman from continuing her work or communicating her findings outside of FDA. In September 2021, Dr. Marks informed Dr. Patricia Cavazzoni, the then director of CEDAR, that Dr. Scharsman, who was a CEDAR employee, quote, has been asked to cease and desist conducting her data analysis. Dr. Marks complained that Dr. Scharsman's work had become, quote, a major distraction, that her efforts could create erroneous conflicts that feed to anti-vaccination rhetoric.
All right. So Big Pharma.
Go ahead, Art.
Yeah. Big Pharma. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that's what they was up against. They didn't want nobody to talk about it. They didn't want nobody to do it. Now they understand what Big Pharma. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, what Big Pharma was doing. Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I see what he said, what she said, that the public health overreach. That's what I'm talking about. That's an overreach. If you know that 97% of the people that get the thing go survive it, that's an overreach to vaccinate 110 million Americans. That's a way overreach. And then I know somebody that got Bell palsy. I know somebody that took the jab and now they got Bell palsy.
Yeah.
Having trouble talking, got a droop on the side of their face and everything.
Yeah. Well, that's what's crazy about it. That's what I'm talking about. And we told people, we told you that that's what they was doing. How do we know? We did some homework. We did some research. That's how we know. We was paying attention to what was really going on out here.
I mean, we saw the timeline. We saw them say, "Oh, we need a vaccine," and 6 months later, they said, "We ready to put it out." Oh no! Oh no! No! That math wasn't mathing for me. Especially when you're telling me that if I get it, I'm probably 98% chance to survive it. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to line up around no stadium to get something put in my body that the odds is showing that I don't even need.
What the part, man, the real part that I hate is that they knew what this stuff was doing. The data was out. The data was out. Yeah. They didn't want you to look at this stuff for 70 years. Everybody that took it would be dead and gone.
And then they said that they didn't want to come out with the information because they didn't want the anti-vaccination rhetoric.
Right. They didn't want no rhetoric to come. But that's crazy. I hate I took it. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean my thing is, I told everybody, just pray about the thing. Pray about the thing. I mean, but now granted, if I was 400 pounds and 60 years old, I would have got it.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to tell you. Yeah, that's what they were supposed to tell you.
I mean, but that's what you're supposed to know as a grown-up adult. As a grown adult, you're supposed to know if they telling you if you 60 or above, or if you got breathing or health problems, comorbidities, then you need to get the thing, then you need to be getting it. But if you out here running 5-10 miles a day, you've been smoking for the last 10 years, you still breathing fine, you don't need to run down there and get that thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, what gets me is they knew what would work. That's the part. They knew you could use a monoclonal antibodies. They knew ivermectin worked. They knew this hydroxychloroquine worked. That's my problem with these people.
And that's the thing. And that's the stuff they should have been using on the people with the comorbidities.
Right.
The other people was okay anyway. We was all right anyway.
Exactly. And they knew that, but they wanted to sell this shot, man. They wanted to put it in. They wanted it in everybody.
Yeah, they were paying you to put it in everybody. Yeah. Oh yeah, they were giving out $100 debit cards. You get $100 debit card to put the thing in your body.
Well, when you got to go to firing people off their jobs, healthy people, I'm talking about they fired nurses and doctors and hospital staff. Now, if they don't want to take the thing, you know what I'm saying? They know something's wrong. Mm-hmm. All those people, military people, they kicked them out of the military. They did all of this stuff, man. I mean, that's what you call a rogue government. If you want to, I don't understand how they call Trump a dictator, and that's a show enough dictator move.
Yeah, but they
And
idiots, man. I mean, if you can't see that the Democrats are idiots by now, I mean, they basically the definition of hypocrisy all day, every day. They
yeah,
sit up there and call the man a dictator. They say they don't want no kings. They literally stand up and applaud for the first king to step on the soil. King Charles was here last week. Oh, they loved him.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Omar and them was up there taking pictures of him, but they were just bragging that they had 8 million Americans go against no kings. But now you're standing up for a king.
yeah. That's what you
Ain't
call
no king
hypocrisy.
in America. So which king are you talking about? So you
Yeah,
love the real king, but you hate a imaginary king. See, people are so weird. They'll make you hate something that don't even exist.
yeah. That's the art of it, right there. They make you hate a person that you shouldn't even really be hating, and
They
you
not
really
even
don't know why you hate.
he and when it comes, and that's what I don't like about them. They are big on unqualified. They love to they love to say put this person here just because of that. Treat
Yeah,
they big on identifying false identification. That's what they
yeah,
big on. To be honest, if it was one word to describe them, false identification. They want kids to identify, they want boys to identify as girls, men as women, they want presidents to identify as kings, they want everything, like I told you, they want everything out of line, unnatural. They don't want
yeah.
nothing the way it is. You
What,
get 8
what?
million people to stand in the street for no kings, and we don't even have one.
Yeah. Well, the whole surmise to all of that stuff is they trying to go against God. If you can't see that every move they make is against God, I still say something wrong with you. Every move
Yep.
they make is against God. Dog,
Hmm.
you don't know that? Every time they do
Hmm.
something, they take God out of the picture.
Yep.
How you take God out of the picture of
Yep.
everything you do?
They do. They do. Everybody took God out of the picture when it came down to COVID. Wasn't nobody talking about God. I mean,
Yeah, you
nobody.
said that. You said
I
that.
mean,
That's right.
that was big on my mind. I didn't understand. It seemed like my thing is if like I'm like this, or if you don't be false claiming stuff. Don't be swearing you a Christian and you holier than thou, and you a pastor or you the deacon at the church, and then a virus come and everybody started to die. Even if it was a virus that came and I knew it was gonna get to me and I knew it was gonna take me out, I'm gonna pray.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do. But it seemed like when we got a virus that was going around and people was in the wasn't sure of what was going to happen if they got it, they did everything but pray.
yeah, yeah. Well, you called it out at that time. You called it out at that particular time. You said they wasn't praying. I mean, I'm like, man, this thing is crazy. When and I see pastors, and last week I called all those pastors out. I called all
Mhm.
the pastors out because you're not doing right, and you're not doing right. And I mean, that's what drive people away from the church. That's what drive people, a wedge between people and their salvation. Is you got a pastor up there, you sitting up there running along with this stuff that they know ain't right. What if you got
Yep.
a guy that might want to come to the Lord? Okay, he's over here, but he's watching you, and he know darn well a man don't supposed to be with a man, and he'll go a pastor over here condoning the stuff. How is that
Yep.
supposed to do? How is that
Yep.
right?
Yep. And a lot of these, and there's a few pastors that's coming out that's speaking against that stuff
They
because they
supposed
know
to.
it's right. Because they know
Yeah,
it's right. But those are the true believers. Those are the real
exactly.
people that see that they against God. Those people
Yeah,
are against God, man. You
yeah,
can't be standing in lockstep with that foolishness. You
yeah,
say you hate a pedophile, but I believe you love a pedophile. You send your kids to school to get transition. You all right with that?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, you all right
Yeah,
with
glad
that.
you did.
But that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean, you
talking
didn't
about.
have to. You didn't have to. That's the whole thing. You didn't have to.
Right.
Like I said, if you was overweight or if you was old or if you got asthma or any one of those things that they had on the list, shoot, I would have got it. And I told you that. I told Art that. I said I get it if I felt like it, I fell up under the category to get it. I'm not against it. That's my whole thing. I'm not against it. I'm just not for giving it to everybody like everybody needs it when we already know only a small percentage of people was dying from it. No deaths
Well,
is a good death, but you remember when we looked up and we was talking about TB. The year before COVID came out, they had 2.5 million tuberculosis deaths.
Right.
And I
exactly.
talked about that being true because I had a family member that had contracted it. So
Yeah.
I know that's true.
Yeah.
I know that's true. They lived from it, but it was out here.
Yeah, it was more
You know,
deaths
so you
the
never
year
know.
before
Some
than
of
it
the
was.
COVID deaths could have been TB.
Yeah, it was more death from that than it was COVID at that time. That's what we was talking
Because
about.
it ain't gonna go. Hey, it ain't gonna go from 2.5 million in 2019 to zero.
Yeah, yeah, but they had no cases.
It's going down. If they got a grip on it, yeah. If they got a grasp on it, it'll probably drop down, but it ain't gonna go to zero.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they just stopped reporting on it. And you know, the sad part about all of this is, even though when you just said that if you would have knew, they didn't tell you if you had 2 or more comorbidities. That thing came out way late. They didn't tell you from the beginning, and they knew that. The only thing that always gets me, man, is when they lied to your face and they knew what was going on. And I don't see how people accept that right now. They accept that knowing these people just flat out lied to them and told them anything, and they still.
But see the lie. But see the thing, you always say half a truth ain't nothing but a lie, and they told half truth. They told the half truth that they told was if you a child up to like 45 or like somewhere between 45 and 50, that if you got it, you probably would survive it. But this is the part that they lied about. They made us believe that we was the fault. It was our fault. People were dying.
Yeah, that part
see, they made us believe that we was the carriers, and us, we was. Yeah, that's the half truth they told.
Yeah, you killing grandma. Oh, now you and Biden got right up there on that stage.
You killing grandma.
Yeah, Biden got right up there on that stage, said if you take it, you won't spread it, you won't get it, which that wasn't nothing but a lie. They knew that was a lie. They knew it. They never even tested for it. And once you took it, you was more liable to contract it more than one time than you was from the beginning.
And everybody got it, just like you said, and I believe it to be true. Everybody got it. Yeah. Everybody has experienced it. Between day one and now, you had it.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody done had it at some point. They put it out there.
But like I told you, man, they owe us checks, Art, because we can't be smarter than Fauci and them because we already know. That go back to what we was talking about the germs, about how everybody over their life, the time that you live in, you grow a resiliency to germs. You know, you go every day, everybody go in the store, touch your money, go back out, grab the pump, mess around, rub your face or something. You don't just break out with a flu or a cold or hives every time.
Yeah.
Because your body is, built up immunity
to it. Right. Exactly.
And we knew that the same thing would happen with this. And knowing that 2%, 3%, elderly people and heavyweight and asthma, besides those people, everybody else was fine. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you had a couple of comorbidities, it would get on you. But the problem with that part is too, you could have just took some monoclonal antibodies or some ivermectin or some hydroxychloroquine, and you would have been just fine. You wouldn't even needed to go do that. You could have took it ahead of time and built your system up like that. That's what I'm talking about. And that was a problem. They knew that. They didn't tell you that. And that's what I don't like about it. So if they'll tell you that, what else would they tell you? What else would they lie to you about? You can already see these people trying to keep illegals here. Most people don't even care whether they give them their whole Social Security or not. They'll blame Trump.
And I was talking to somebody about
Social Security, and then gave it to all the illegals.
I just don't understand where the common sense go. So you telling me if somebody tell you that, you'll believe that instead of thinking like how me and you would think, like ain't no way Social Security will run out, because how many people die? Man, you got people that got a job when they were 16 and worked all the way up till they were 60. How much money did they have in that? And then they died.
And never collected a dime.
They never collected a dime.
Yeah.
So you telling me
none of that. Medicare, they never used it.
They never used it.
Yeah. So where's that money? They giving it away. So I mean, they will have us to go ahead and say, "Oh, don't mess with the illegal aliens," but you will sacrifice your, and then in the same breath, turn around, they taking Social Security. I mean, yeah, they taking Social Security like
Yep.
like
Yep.
it's a big. You just gave it away. What are you talking about? You
Yep.
just agreed to give it away to the illegals because you got people standing out there fighting ICE to keep them here. And then in the next breath, you swearing Donald Trump taking your Social Security. I don't understand
But
it.
you know, but my thing, I'm gonna be honest, man. I really don't have no real ill will towards the Democrat. It's just because I know that they really in their heart of hearts believe that they're doing the right thing. I believe they do think they're doing the real right thing, but they just not keeping it 100. You can't be okay with what they doing to kids. You can't be okay with them
I
letting
don't
people
agree with
over
that.
here.
I
You
don't
don't agree with that?
No,
I
I
mean,
don't
Art,
agree with.
when
I
you,
don't
okay,
agree
okay.
with.
So my thing is this: Art, when me and you was on that side, we felt like they was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, but the problem was we was being lied to by the same people that they being lied to. That's the whole
Yeah,
problem.
exactly.
The people I might agree with thinking they doing the right thing, but the people at the top know what they doing. They deceiving
Well, and
everybody
that's
else.
and that's the problem. And that's the problem. It's easy to recognize and see what they're doing, but the
Right,
people on the other side, they don't want to see it. They don't want to be honest with themselves. I mean,
right.
I feel like if I was still on that side, just like I would have been, I had 1,000 light bulb moments by now, just
Yeah, I
because I'm
would
gonna
have
keep
too.
it 100. Yeah,
I
just
would
like
have
I had
too.
that one light bulb moment, I'd have been, I had 1,000 of them because
Well, what
all
you
this
got?
stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you what's got me scared. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't scared of too much of what they got going on, but what they doing with all this Muslim stuff, I really
Yeah,
don't like that. I
yeah.
don't
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Oh
That's
yeah.
scaring me
It's
because
real too.
you letting these people come over here, man, and you letting these people slowly but surely Islam go be over Christianity in America here very soon, if not
What they
already.
what they trying to do? If the average person don't see what they doing, they trying to get God and Jesus Christ out of everything. Man, that's the whole play. That's
Yep.
the play from the top down. If you don't see the play, you in trouble out here. That's the whole
Yep. That's the
thing.
play.
They taking it out. They taking God out. They started with schools back in the day. They doing this stuff a little bit at a time. They shouldn't have never took it out
Mhm.
of school. Ever since they took prayer out of school and all of this, okay, now all of a sudden all this stuff going on in the schools. I mean, you can do everything else. The Muslims can have their prayer, but they don't want Christianity to have theirs. I mean, in school. That's what the whole play is. They need Christ out of the way, bro. They need him out of the way, period. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Man, I'm
Yeah.
be honest, man. Now, and this is me keeping it 100, Art. When I went to go take a flight, I'm walking down the corridor to go get on the plane. I'm looking outside. Man, they got 75, 80 people out there in the parking lot at the airport on mats praying. And my thing is,
Yeah.
ain't this where they stole planes at? And ain't this where they towed stuff up at? When flew stuff into the Pentagon and tried to hit the White House too? I mean, come on now. This is the kind of stuff that I don't agree with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't agree
Yeah.
with that kind of stuff now. Come
Yeah.
on now.
I
Y'all
get it.
attacking God and Christianity. And then you go look at these pride events they having. All that stuff is anti-Jesus. They got all kind of Jesus upside down
Yeah.
crosses and all
Yeah.
kind of gay people sitting like they doing the Last Supper and all this. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Man,
That's crazy.
that's an abomination, bro. That's what they call an abomination. When you do stuff like that, it's an abomination. That's what they call it. I'm just saying, man, and to go along with that stuff, and this thing, just think, you got pastors and preachers out there that go along with that stuff, that won't condemn it, won't call it out. Instead, they'll go over there and say, "Well, Trump, you're a dictator." I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, you ain't calling out this stuff that's getting rid of God. Trump had a whole lot of prayer up in the White House with Jesus.
Yeah, my Aunt Mo said the same thing. My Aunt Mo
Yeah,
tell me that too. My Aunt Mo admit that too. My
a
Aunt Mo
lot of
said she
people
feel
tell me
like she
that.
got tired of things. And my grandma too. Because while COVID was going on, my grandma had went in the hospital. She was having spasms in her face and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
But
people
and I'm
tell
gonna
me
be
that.
honest with you though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I might be wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they got something at the hospital that can kind of reverse some of the effects once people come in with it, so they don't have as many deaths. I believe
Yeah.
that. I believe that's how you got situations like DeMar
Right.
Hamlin, who was able to make a full return, and Bronny was able to come back. I believe that too. I believe
Well,
they
they
got
got a
something because they
detox
gave my
for it.
grandma something that kind of brought her back.
They got a detox for it. You know that, right?
Yeah, I
They got a
believe it.
detox
I
for
believe it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, to
believe
get
it.
the stuff out of you. Yeah, because it keep multiplying inside your body. That's what it keep doing. It keep multiplying and multiplying inside of you. That's the whole problem. And these people, man, they ought to be. Yeah, a lot of people pass. Shoot, yeah, a lot of people pass behind that, man, and they still pass it. We hadn't heard of this many heart attacks. Blow, come on, man. Ain't no way we
Nope.
heard of this many heart attacks.
Mm-mm.
Young people, old people.
And never really stop. Yeah, yeah, that's that long haul stuff they talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they still have it in there. I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
they ought to be
'Cause
ashamed of
I
themselves.
done had it twice. I done had it twice, and both time I had it, oh my God, I can't even, man. It's not as bad, man. It's bad. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's bad.
I had it once, but doggone, I'm telling you, I had it bad the first time. You know,
Yeah,
because
I
I know I
definitely had
had
it
high
twice.
blood pressure stuff like that. But still, you know, I could have had ivermectin. It was days that I could have done already took the stuff to get rid of the stuff. That's what pissed me off about it. And they was up telling people that was horse paste. Yeah,
But they've been
and
treating what's the name with it? They've been treating malaria with it forever.
forever. Man, that thing won an award. Said it could even probably cure cancer. Ivermectin. Yeah. And they Biden them downgraded it, wouldn't let you use it, banned it, did all kinds of stuff, man. I'm
Then
telling
they had
you.
the lady. You remember they had the lady come out. She proved she was right. They start
Yeah.
calling the lady crazy and all kind of stuff.
They did that. I mean, they ragged that lady. Start talking about she was some kind of exorcism, the black lady, and she said she hadn't lost a patient. They discredited her so bad, man. It was ridiculous.
Exactly, because the boy, somebody come around and I'm the president talking about they ain't lost a patient. Hey, I'm gonna need you to step up front. I'm gonna need to see you. Hey, I want to watch you work. I want to see you work.
Yeah. They tried to they discredited that lady so bad, man, and they went in her past and did all kind of crazy stuff. I mean, come on, man. They did, but they never did. They never did say that she didn't do what she said she did. Say that's the whole key. They never did disprove her claim. Now, if somebody's claiming this, you should be the one to be able to go out there and disprove her claim. They never disproved her claim. See, that's how sneaky and devious they are. Yeah, that's how they keep the public throat. They'll disclaim her, never come back and say nothing else about it, which is crazy. You know, but we told you so. Me and Blow, we sit here and took the ridicule of all them people coming at us left and right about the same subject. Now it's done came out, you know what I'm saying, and they're on top of them now, you know, for the same thing. Done arrested somebody. They couldn't arrest Fauci. Why? Biden pardoned this clown. This clown responsible for millions of people dying. And Biden pardoned him. So that means Biden is just as guilty as Fauci is. Yeah, unless they can get that pardon off of him, ain't nothing they can do with him. But they did. He didn't pardon the second in command, and they went and locked his butt up. Yeah, lying, telling all those lies, all those email chains, telling the people that well we can hide this in the email, all that stuff, man. That stuff is coming out now. But we knew it then. We knew it then, Blow.
Yeah.
Because we were doing research. We wasn't just listening to one person. We listened to a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? Now, how is this like this? And we did some critical thinking on the situation. Yeah. That's all we're trying to get people to do is start using your brain, man. Stop letting these people use you. Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Because if you look at it, if you look at 110 million Americans got vaccinated out of 330 million, with 350 million, 110 million got vaccinated. Probably only 5 or 6% of them even needed it out of them.
Exactly. Yeah. And look at the percentage that died. I don't know the percentage that died, but it was after taking that thing. But it was big, especially according to them that was showing that doggone graph up there they had.
I mean, man, if you look at the thing in relation, man, I mean, it's just about every day you see RIP to this person, RIP to this person. A whole lot of famous big names done passed away.
Yeah. A lot of them heart attacks, this, that.
A lot of them heart attacks, yeah.
All those things that was on that paper. Let's show that one more time, bro. For people that came in late, we're gonna show that clip one more time.
All right,
because it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Back to demand even more money for ICE and Border Patrol. Well, at least you guys know I'm not AI and I make lots of mistakes. Now, President Trump has picked Fox News medical contributor, Dr. Nicole Safir, as his new nominee for U.S. Surgeon General. And it's a very Make America Healthy Again choice. Dr. Safir is a board certified radiologist, and she is super MAGA and also super Maha. Trump praised her as a star physician and an incredible communicator who can translate complex medical issues into plain English and helped the Make America Healthy Again initiative move forward. What makes this pick especially interesting is how it contrasts with both Trump's own COVID vaccine stance and his last nominee. Dr. Safir built a brand criticizing COVID-era school closures, COVID mandates, and public health overreach, and has been openly skeptical of how the CDC and political class handled the vaccine rollout and messaging. She supported reopening schools sooner, warned about social and mental health damage because of lockdowns, and pushed a strong personal choice when it came to vaccines. Now, that's a noticeable pivot from Trump's own personal pride of Operation Warp Speed. President Trump had previously nominated wellness influencer Casey Means, whose views on vaccines and medical training drew heavy fire in the Senate. By pulling Means and turning to Safir, Trump is signaling he wants a system-questioning Surgeon General, but this time with deep credentials, a cancer care track record, and sharper media presence. If confirmed, expect a Surgeon General who is anti-mandate, big on personal responsibility and preventative care, and will challenge the public health establishment that failed us so badly during the COVID lockdowns. And this is perfect. It's great news for the Maha, especially with a brand new bombshell report out today about Big Pharma covering up the COVID shots and Dr. Fauci's close colleague being arrested and indicted earlier this week. Listen up as they talk about what Big Pharma purposely buried in the about the injection that they were able to get into the arms of close to 100 million Americans. Listen to this.
Here's the sheet. These are the adverse events that they were showing a safety signal for using the new method. Bell's palsy, sinus rhythm, cardiac failure, chronic, acute left ventricular failure, agonal rhythm, which is severe arrhythmia generally occurred at the end of life, pulmonary infarction, cerebral artery occlusion, aortic stenosis, sudden cardiac death, hypertensive emergency, basal ganglia stroke. Now these aren't minor. Remember, we're always told, adverse events are rare and minor. These are not minor adverse events. And these safety signals were showing, and they were strong, but they were being hidden because FDA officials refused to acknowledge that the current system they were using was invalidated. And they had to look at the new system that unmasked these things. Our report goes on to detail how federal officials refused to acknowledge these revelations or take action to warn the public. Instead, senior FDA officials repeatedly tried to stop Dr. Scharfman from continuing her work or communicating her findings outside of FDA. In September 2021, Dr. Marks informed Dr. Patricia Cavazzoni, the then director of CDER, that Dr. Scharfman, who was a CDER employee, quote, has been asked to cease and desist conducting her data analysis. Dr. Marks complained that Dr. Scharsman's work had become, quote, a major distraction, that her efforts could create erroneous conflicts that feed to anti-vaccination rhetoric.
All right.
Go ahead, Art.
See, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's real crazy. Wouldn't even tell you what was going on. Wouldn't let you know what was going on. That's what I don't like, Blow. I'm still pissed off about that, man. Because it ain't right. And people still riding with these people, and I don't understand why. Why would you do that? Why would you still ride with these people that did something that erroneous to you? Ain't nobody did nothing that bad, man. You can talk about Trump all day long, but ain't nobody did nothing that bad to the American people themselves, period. I don't care if you talk about a drug boat. I don't care what you're talking about. There ain't nobody did nothing to the American people as sinister as that, period. To me, it's worse than the Holocaust. All them people. That's just my take on it.
That's a lot of people, 110 million people that could possibly already be affected in the future. You know, cardiac arrest and all that other crazy stuff, stroke and all that stuff, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I don't know how many million died just off the rip.
Yeah.
And see, that wasn't just in this country, man. That was all around them, all around the globe.
Yeah, they was wearing masks in every continent on the planet.
Yeah. Which masks didn't really do no good. They could let you have, they could go, the strip clubs was open, but the church was closed. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I still
they could have had the church wide open because the pastor didn't understand the assignment. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I mean, I felt like I don't understand. To be honest, I don't even know. I ain't even gonna say what I was about to say because I mean I don't want to feel like the church is a scam. But don't have me going to church paying tithes and offering. You preaching to me about the goodness of God, and then something break out and you do everything but start shouting. Hey, you know when you listening to the preacher, like the last 15 minutes when they get hyped up and they get locked in. Well, they should have been locked all the way in.
Yeah.
From the time you walked in the church, they should have already been on the last 15 minutes of the sermon, all the way through it. I mean, good gosh, I know if I was a preacher, I would have been on fire. My church would have had people out the door.
Well, let me ask you this, Blow. Was that ever confirmed that all them people they said died from the house of prayer? Did they die? I ain't heard.
I had a member told me that people died. I do know a member that said that those people died. Somebody did say that, but you remember the truth came out because we had an episode about that. The truth came out. It was a retirement home down the street that the House of Prayer owned as well, and they added those deaths to the deaths. So I think they might have had a church because they said like 49 people died or 59 people died or something like that. 200 something people got sick. I got to pull up that article so we can get the numbers right.
Yeah,
but they said that they had like an elderly home that was owned by that same church that was over there across the bridge right there by where the McDonald's cafeteria was at.
Right, I know.
And they had a lot, and they had deaths over there, and they counted them deaths. Yeah, they put them deaths on that event that they had.
Right,
that's what I heard,
and that's what I'm talking about. And the people are terrible for that, and they know they're wrong for that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, absolutely not.
Exactly, absolutely, and you perfectly fine. And you perfectly fine.
Yeah, absolutely not. I ain't putting nothing like that. But that's crazy though, man. It's crazy. So that's what I'm talking about.
I remember that, because they had to come out and report that they had deaths over there at that retirement community that church owned, and they were saying that they inflated the numbers to include the deaths from their home.
I know it. And to this day, they didn't come back and say nothing about it that nobody know about. So everybody's thinking all those people died in the house of prayer. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And which these people, that's what I'm talking about. This is how sinister these people are. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the narrative, though. But that was the narrative, though. See, they needed that. They needed that to close the churches.
to scare people. Yeah, the church.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I'm
needed
just
that.
saying,
Yep.
Walmart was still open. The
Mhm.
biggest people in the world making money. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, you go right up into Walmart, but mom and pops couldn't be open.
My
You had
job
to
never.
close down the mom and pop shop.
My job never missed a day.
Yeah,
We
man.
never missed a day. We never through from the first day to the last day of COVID. We never missed a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot
And the
of
workers
them
at the
that did.
construction sites, and then they tried to pull the construction site stuff.
Yeah,
But that didn't last but so long. They swear they had
Yeah.
a mass spreader at the construction site. But
yeah.
them healthy men, them men wasn't dying.
Well, then you'll go down there to South Carolina State and they got a stadium full of people. They didn't close the stadium down.
Somebody
all
told
the
me
people in
send
the
them the
stadium.
video. Somebody told me send them the video. That's a lie. Man, I remember like it was
Yeah.
yesterday. That
That's not no
stadium
lie.
had people. Man,
Yeah.
that thing, they had 90,000 in the building, man.
In the stadium, right?
In the stadium.
Yeah, but then but you got to close down your mom and pop shop.
But my thing is, to be honest with you, I wasn't even mad at that because if you put 90,000 college students in there, they gonna be all right.
Yeah, I know it.
They gonna be all right.
I know it. They knew it too. They wouldn't tell you, but they knew it, and they didn't want to miss that money.
No, they didn't want to miss that money.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. When they sell out like that, and then people sit around and don't know. It's a shame, man. It really is. They need to stop, and they ain't gonna stop because they still got people that's believing in these people, and they got people that's telling you. Now, back to what you were saying about, you think people honestly believe that. Yeah, I think the average person honestly believe it. Why? Why did you believe that they was taking your food stamps when you was little, and why would they try to take your food stamp? Yeah, because you've been told that by somebody else. You've been told that from them people like Al Sharpton them. Those people there is telling you these people want to take this and take that from you, and they scaring you to death.
And like you say all the time, it's just stuff like that people just don't be thinking about. Just like they make people think that the hardest thing in the world to do is raise a child. But like you always say, when you eat, they eat. When you get clothes, they get clothes. It's something like that.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be nothing hard about that.
Yeah, that's not impossible. So like he's trying to get somebody that's going to look out for the people's best interests. Seems like he's trying to get somebody that's going to look out for the people's best interests.
Right. That's what he's trying to do. And I had to take them shots. I think she's talking about the video we just played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Trying to put somebody in there that's going to actually look out for the people best interest. Not be
and I feel like that's what RFK was trying to do.
Yeah, he is trying to do it. And they say that man is a maniac. But anybody that's going around saying, look, we got to make you healthy again, you don't like him.
Nope.
Who told you that? Where'd you get that from?
The man that don't want all the stuff sprayed on the food at the grocery store. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Don't want aluminum in vaccines and stuff like that.
Oh, man, because a lot of people, man, they be against RFK. I mean, you got these babies just going home from the hospital dying.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. The baby go home, and 2 months later, after they done got all these shots put in their body, now they gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Or got autism or something. Or got autism,
or exactly. Yeah, baby man. Be perfectly fine. You take them for the year and a half checkup, and then now they're different.
Right. Absolutely.
What's going on, Trav P?
What's up? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, that's crazy though. I mean, for real, it's crazy. And we have to stop that, man. We need to educate everybody we can.
Yeah, but we knew this stuff was gonna come out anyway, though, because I mean, it didn't make no sense. And like they told me in art, if you didn't get the thing, don't go to the hospital. I mean, that's like you say, if a doctor don't want to look at me because I ain't got something in my body, then I don't want you working on me anyway.
Exactly, period. I had to tell a doctor that same thing.
You got bad ethics. Your ethics ain't right.
Yeah, they ain't right. You got other motives. If I'm a doctor, I'm looking at everybody come. You can't tell me not to look at somebody because he didn't put something in his body.
Yep, exactly. And if I'm a doctor, I'm trying to help everybody because that's what made me want to be a doctor.
Right. Not the money part of it. If the money part is what drove you, then you ain't gonna be an ethical doctor. You're just gonna be running off of money that's coming to you. And they paid all those hospitals. They gave them incentives, and they told them they were gonna cut off their Medicare if they treated somebody that didn't have COVID. So it was man. That I'm telling you, you start talking about a dictator, you better be looking at what you just had. Yeah, they wanted that back. Can you believe almost half the people wanted that back?
They still want it back. Oh, they want it back. They want it back.
And they still want it back. Right.
Man, they take Kamala. What they talking about? Kamala? They talking about, Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah. They said Biden said he running. So somebody reported yesterday Biden said he running.
They're probably voting. They'll have some votes. He'll have some votes. Hey, you got people that still vote for Joe Biden. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're saying it right now. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
They're saying it right now, right now. Yeah. And therefore, right down there, vote for that. Oh, who you got running? You got Trump and Biden. I'm going for Biden. Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you had Trump and Biden running again, they'd go pick Biden all day long.
Hey. Oh my God. I guarantee you, wherever he at right now in the world, he is not woke. I guarantee he's somewhere sleeping. I guarantee you, wherever he at in the world right now, he is not awake.
Yeah, he definitely ain't in the best of his health. I know that. You know,
no, sir, that joker don't know. That joker don't know.
You put him up against Trump right now.
Up from down.
You put him up against Trump. Put him up against Trump. He'll get 1 million votes. The man got all them. I think the man got so many. He got more votes than Barack Obama. How that happen?
Well, it go to the fear factor though. It go to the fear factor. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Black people don't be scared like that, man. We don't be scared like that. We don't be scared like that, Art. Right. I know black people. You know black people. We from the hood. We know black people ain't scared like that.
Right.
You ain't scared, folks. Come on, man. Stop playing. You ain't scared. You ain't scared. Come on, man. The way these man, they already done told you, man. We got the best. We got the best on land. We got the best on sea, and we got the best in the air. That's just army. And it's 50 million Americans that hunt. And we ain't gonna talk about the YNs. Man, I wish somebody would come dropping soldiers from another country out there over here. Boy, they gonna be in big trouble. And first of all, they're not even gonna make it over here. Everybody go die before they make it over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, man. Crazy. I don't know why these people keep playing these games, man.
Well, they play the game so they can control the people. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but the people playing into that though, man. Yeah. The first time you asked me how I felt about Donald Trump, I said I can't stand Donald Trump because he's a racist. And 5 minutes later, I had a whole different opinion because I thought about it. I was like, damn, why am I acting weird? Because if I do this and I do that, and he do this and he do that, then it seems like we got something in common. I can't be, like that. But I realized I was being weird. Like, damn.
Right. Yeah.
I just told Art that if he cut somebody's head off, I have his back. But then I'm mad at Trump because he said that it was good people on both sides. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So it is good people on both sides. Because my people, and I hear people all the time, I won't. Oh, my parents, somebody I know do something crazy, I won't have their back. Well, that's you.
Yeah.
But I will. Yeah. And I don't even believe that you won't. I don't care. Anybody that's on this podcast right now, that's in this room with us, if you went out and I saw you on the news and you needed my help, I'm going to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to help you. Keisha Kiki, Trav P, Sarah Bell, I'm going to help you.
Yeah. Everybody.
I'm going to help y'all. I am. Because that's just how I am. And I don't understand it, man. You know, because that's been a hypocrite.
Yeah. Well, we've been trained to be one. We've been trained by all the Al Sharptons of the world, Charlemagne the Gods of the world, the Whoopi Goldbergs of the world. They train you every day. When you listen to that, that's just training in progress. That they're gonna twist something up, they're gonna make it mad. If you sit down and ask yourself why you really don't like somebody, you might have a different opinion. I can tell you this right now. I didn't like Candace Owens, but I started thinking about it, and I said, now why don't I like this lady? I don't like this lady only because of what somebody done said about this lady. Let me listen to this lady myself and make my own opinion. Now, once I did that, then I understood I like the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know why I didn't like her in the first place, other than somebody told me not to.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start doing stuff like that, because people
Mm-hmm.
will tell you anything. I done figured that out. People will tell you anything. You can't jump on it and believe it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest though, man. I keep telling people all the time, I'm impressed with Trump because every single day, he's signing in something. He meeting with a world leader. He flying out somewhere. He every single day.
Yeah,
That man ain't missed a beat since he been in the chair. Every single day he coming up with a new initiative. He's signing off on something. He bombing something. He taking something. He giving something. He doing something. We got Japan buying oil from us. We done,
yeah,
man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm impressed.
yeah.
I'm impressed.
Well, it's a
I'm
few things
impressed.
he done that I don't like. I don't like the war, period. I just don't
Well,
like
I don't
any.
like the war period either, but
Yeah.
when we looked at that globalism thing, I think it's thought out. I think it's strategic.
Yeah,
I think
it's a bigger
it's
picture.
for a reason. I think he has a plan.
Well, I do too, because we backed out of OPEC when the UAE backed out of OPEC. Now, what that does by them coming out of OPEC, they can't control the price of gas no more. Once those people get set up, and once they're not a part of OPEC, what OPEC would do, OPEC would just decide to run the gas up and run it down. That's why we always have had unstable gas. But by them backing out of OPEC, now they building pipelines right now around the straits and everything. So by the time that stuff get done, the OPEC ain't gonna be able to do nothing. They can't even affect the price of oil. They're gonna have to get with the program, in other words. So if you don't understand all this stuff that's really going on, the details, the small details, yeah, you would think it's something bad. But I can see now where it could work out for the good. If it's a plan, like you said, I can see that, even though I don't like the war. I don't like bombing people. I wish we could have did it a different way. All of that. I stand on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just the way it is.
Well, shoot, me and Art, we're gonna continue to bring y'all more episodes just like this one. Between what I say, what he say, what's in the comments, the truth is in there somewhere.
Right. And the truth hurt. It's one thing for certain.
It's two things for sure.
We're gonna tell the truth.
Because it's time.
It's time to tell the truth, and that's what we do. We're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna bring it to you.